Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and work through filling and wrapping 1.4 activity. So hopefully you got your packet of materials that I dropped off at your house last week. And what you need to do is take the following out of your envelope. So you need a copy of this paper. That should be in there. You also need a copy of the centimeter grid paper. Now is our time when we're going to get to use our box of dots. You do need a ruler. Now, I didn't put a ruler in there. If you don't have a ruler you can use from home, maybe you still have the one in your planner you could use, or you could use the tape measure that you should still have from last week. You also need to find a pair of scissors and probably a pencil. I'm going to also use a marker and the little tiny cube from the other day. Okay, so if you could go ahead and find some of those items, we would be ready to go. Okay. All right. So give me kind of a minute to get that stuff together. And then I'm going to open up my space a little bit. Okay, so here we go. We're going to talk about how to flatten a box. So the first thing I want you to do is to find the dimensions of your box. Okay, so I want you to measure it in centimeters. All right, so what are the length, width, and height of that box of dots? Okay, so did you think to measure? All right, I'm going to go along this side. This appears to be about 6 centimeters. This side looks to be about 3 centimeters. And I need one more length. So I went from this corner, I got 6, 3. I need one more length. So how thick is the box? It looks to be about 2. Okay, so I'm going to say 6 by 3 by 2. Okay, it's 3-dimensional, and that's what my 3 dimensions are. It's got a width of 6, a length of 3, and a kind of a depth or thickness of 2. Okay, and those are all just centimeters. Centimeters. Okay. All right. So using those dimensions, I'm going to try and make a net for my box. So for your box, I should say your box on centimeter grid paper. Okay. Do not cut it out. All right. So I'm going to give you a minute to do that. So using that it's a 6 by 3 by 2, I want you to try and make a 6 by 3 by 2 net on your centimeter grid paper. Don't cut it out. All right, so did you make a side of 6 by 3? Okay, so that's my 6 by 3. Did you make a connecting 6 by 2? Okay, and I also need a 2 by 3. I think maybe I'll stick that over here. 3 by 2. 2 by 2. And let's see, I need another 6 by 3. I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to make it down here. Okay. And then I need another 6 by 2. I'm going to go ahead and connect it here. Okay, and then I also need another 3 by 2. Just to be fun, I think I'm going to connect it over here. Okay, so the important thing is when you make your flat pattern, okay, remember I said the original box was a 6 by 3 by 2. I need a side that's 6 by 3. I need a face that is 3 by 2 and a face that is 6 by 2. And then I need a double of each of those things, okay? They have to line up with each other, kind of with the flat matching sides. So my 6s line up with the length, okay? And, I could have put it together kind of any way that I wanted to, but make sure when you make your 3 by 2 that this, that side of 2 kind of shares with this other side here, okay? All right, so this would be the fun part, okay? So again, we're not opening our candy yet. okay? Until now, but I'm going to show you how to do it, okay? So your job is to surgically open the box of dots using a pair of scissors so that the box of dots actually ends up making that flat pattern, okay? Kind of helps to have a sharp set of scissors. So you might want to watch me do this first and then try it on your own, okay? All right, so I'm going to poke in this corner, my dots, and kind of cut down, cut across, and then cut my box down. Okay, so see how I got that flap opening and matching? Okay, so then where else do I need to cut? I need to get this flap down here, so I'm going to cut across my box like this. And then I'm going to cut down. Okay, because the goal is to try and get your box of dots to open up and look just like that flat pattern. Okay, so where else do I need to cut? Okay, looks like I need to get this side open, so I'm going to cut along here. Okay. All right, so I'm getting this to kind of open here. All right, and I know the little extra flaps kind of in here. So I'm folding this back, and now I need this side to flap down here. So I'm going to make a cut here. And I know I got some little extra tabs here, and this sort of broke off. I guess maybe I need a little surgery tape here. Okay, but voila, I've opened my box, and do you see how it matches my flat pattern? Now, near's party time. Now you can eat your dots as you finish the rest of this if you like those. They are pretty sticky if you got braces. Okay, but do you see how I open up my box? Okay, and the flat pattern matches what I came out with on paper. Isn't that pretty cool? So I've got my 6x2 here. And then I opened up my 6x3. Okay, I got this flap over here, my 3x2. And this flap right here, my 6x2. Okay, and this flap up here, my 6x3. And this flap over here, which sort of is falling apart, my 3x2. Okay, and it matches the flat pattern that I drew. Okay, now you might have some little extra flaps that kind of fell off. Okay, if you made a mistake and it didn't actually, you cut somewhere wrong, sometimes we'll have students do some, surgery, and they'll recut and sort of reglue, or retape where it should have gone. Okay, all right, now feel free to eat your candy if you like. I love dots. But they are kind of sticky. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what we're going to do now with our box. Okay. It's all kind of sticky here. Okay, so we used the dimensions and made a net. Done. Cut the box along the edges so that when we lay it flat, it matches our net from part B. You may not like the candy. No, not. Okay, like yesterday. Well, not really yesterday, but week before break, your box should have 6 faces. Write down the dimensions, length, and width of each of those 6 faces. Okay, so remember I had a 6x3, a 6x2, a 6x3, a 6x2, and then I had the flaps on the sides, which were a 3x2, and another like 2x3 on the other side, or 3x2. Okay, so those would be my 6 faces that I had kind of here in my flat pattern and on here. Okay, so I got that box to flatten out and look like that. Okay, find the total area of the net. Okay, so how many squares would it take to actually make this box if I were able to just kind of glue along those edges? Okay, so one way of finding the total surface area would be to go back to our net, and we could just count how many squares would it take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, all right. Is there an easier way to do that, especially if, we don't have grid paper in the future? Okay, so another way to find the surface area is actually to find the area of each of these 6 rectangles and then just go ahead and combine them together. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So this is 18, 12, 18. 6 by 2 would have an area of 12, then of 6, and then of 6. And then I'm going to go ahead and add 18 plus 12 plus 18 plus 12 plus 6 plus 6 to find my total area. You know, might be able to do that in head. If you feel like you want to just use your calculator, that's okay too. What is the total surface area? Did you get 72 centimeters squared? Okay, because I wanted to see how many square centimeters it would take to build a box that I could fold together. Build a box out of paper that I could fold together to make this 3D shape. Okay, so how many squares? Okay, so 72. All right, what's the volume of your box? Okay, so do you still have this little cube from the other day? This is a cubic centimeter, okay, and that's one way that we can measure volume is how many cubic centimeters something takes. So I want you to think about your box of dots. If I were to put a cubic centimeter in here, and then I were to kind of close it up, how many cubic centimeters do you think could fit in this box? Okay, so did you think, all right, on the bottom, I could fit 6 rows of 3, so 18. And then how high could I stack this? Since it was too high, I could then have taken my 18 and stack it too high. Okay, so did I find that the volume, if I took 18 times 2, would end up being 36 centimeters cubed? Okay. All right, then last one says, suppose the cost to produce this box is a 1/10 of a cent per square centimeter. What would be the cost to make this box? Do I need to use the volume here or the surface area if I want to build the box? Do I need to, is it going to be a matter of how much space is inside or how much area I need to make out of paper to kind of fold together? What did you think that you really needed to do total surface area? All right, so I need 72 square centimeters of area, and it's 1/10 of a cent per square centimeter. So did you think I can just take 72 times 1/10 of a cent? 1/10 of a cent. Let's see. 1/10 of a cent. What would that look like? So 0.1 cents. Okay, so 0.1, 1/10 of a cent. So I'm going to take 72 times 0.1 of a cent. Okay, so what would I get if I took 72 times 0.1? Okay, did you think it would take 7.2 cents to make that box? Okay, if you did, you're right. Okay, so nice job on this. So hopefully you figured out how to flatten a box and how that box is actually related to the surface area, okay, with having the 6 faces. And you're also beginning to think a little bit about volume, the amount of cubes it takes to fill inside of a box.